Hello, everybody. Okay, we're just going to wait for the numbers to as people coming on. Okay, we got terrible weather here in the UK, which I think might be affecting the internet a little bit. Our connection hasn't been fantastic in testing. So yeah, hoping that we're going to go through this okay. But yeah, we've got the very exciting news that we're going to be talking about now. We're going to give a little bit of information about it now, and then it will progress from there, guys. And of course, as always, we're here to answer your questions. Okay, cool. People starting to come on. So, first of all, hello everybody. Okay, I'm here with Nabil today. We're going to be going through some major exciting news and updates of stuff coming for Powerhouse Network, and stuff related, I suppose, to Powerhouse Network, but external at the same time. Okay, so guys, first of all, I want to go through and I want to say a massive thank you to everybody. The site, we had the rebranding of the site last week as well, which was, I think we'd all agree, it looks a lot nicer, a lot more professional. We got a lot of support through that period as well. There was a few glitches over the first few days, a couple of problems logging in, a couple of problems with stuff like that. Everybody was very supportive again, very helpful. We managed to get through those small teething problems very quickly. So yeah, first of all, just thank you to everybody for that. Apologies for myself again. I've been battling with a chest infection, guys. Okay, so I've been my videos have been a little bit scarce, but you are stuck with me again now. Okay. I'm still not 100%, but I'm rocking and rolling again, guys. Put it that way. If you're here, just say hello. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you're watching. Say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. I'm just waiting. Literally, I can see the numbers are starting to jump up quite drastically, guys. Okay, so I'm just waiting for that to settle down until we've got everybody on. I know lots of people are very excited to see what it is that is coming. Okay, and I can guarantee you that it's not what, or that it's probably not what you expect. Definitely not in the manner that you expect anyway. Eddie's, hey buddy, where are you, Eddie? Where are you? Hello, Doug, if you're well. Okay, guys, so yeah, as you're coming on, just say hello, say where you're seeing us from. Remember, the replay for this is going to be in the group all the time, so you're going to be able to see that. Okay, so let's just cut to the chase, guys, shall we? Okay, let's just get down to the exciting news. Okay, we've spoken to the admins are aware of it, because I'm sure that you're going to have hundreds of questions, and they need to know how to guide you with this. So you know that the idea, the original idea, guys, was that we were gonna, or Powerhouse Mining was going to become another corporation. We were going to sell shares of that company in building a great big mining farm. Well, guys, that just wouldn't be good enough for our members. Okay, that wouldn't be half as beneficial to our members as what we've actually decided to do. Okay. So, hello Nawaj, hello Milena, hope you're both well. So, without further ado, guys, yes, it's true. Maybe I see a couple of people have kind of guessed somewhere close to it. We are going to be creating our own coin. We are going to be going into an ICO or pre-ICO and then into an ICO phase. But it's not just going to be another rubbish coin out there amongst all of the stars. And I'm going to talk about the stars in a second, because The name of the coin is related to that as well, guys, okay? Okay, but we are going to be creating our own coin. But the best way for me to explain what it is, because I'm not a fan really of ICOs. You can ask Nabil, you can ask probably anybody who works closely with me. I'm not a fan of them. I think that 99% of them out there are complete and utter garbage. In fact, probably 99.9% of them out there are complete garbage. Okay. We're not just doing an ICO. We don't just want to put another star in the sky. We're backing it on a proven business model, guys. Okay. Everything that we raise through the ICO, I'm going to just give a very, very brief details now, guys. Everything that we raise from the ICO, okay, now, of course, as Powerhouse members, guys, you supported us from the beginning, okay? And something that I'm a firm believer in is not to forget where you come from. So the pre-ICO is going to start internal just for members of Powerhouse Network, okay, through the Powerhouse Network platform. Remember where you came from, guys. Remember who supported you in the early stages. So all of everything that we raise, okay, and we're going to raise a lot of money through the ICO, of course. Everything that we raise, guys, is going to be used to build the mining farms here in the UK, okay? But like I said, the better way for me to explain what we're doing is an ICO. But the better way for me to actually explain it in perhaps a bit of better detail and in layman's terms as well, is that we are creating a company. We are creating a company essentially of shares using the blockchain technology. Okay, and by that I mean all of the dividends, okay, or all of the profits, guys, that is coming from the mining farm is going to be split as dividends among all of the coin holders. So not only when the ICO launches, or probably before that, during the actual ICO phase, when the coin hits the exchanges, not only are you going to have the coin and the value of the coin, but also anybody who has that coin and is holding that coin, guys, essentially is going to be owning like a share within the actual company. And the dividends from that company is going to be paid out to the shareholders. Therefore, we hit the factor of demand, okay? The supply and demand in the crypto talk, guys, okay, Nabil's going to cover, okay? But from a business perspective, guys, okay, I'm going to put this very, very simply. We have a reason for people to hold our coin. We have a reason and a value to the market of our coin. We are not just creating, like I said, another star in the sky, because we definitely don't want to do that. We don't want to damage our brand, okay? We don't want to damage ourselves by just creating another piece of rubbish out there, guys, okay? Now, the white papers are being drawn up as we speak, okay? They're nearing up in completion. We will not be releasing the coin. We will not even be releasing the pre-ICO, the pre-sale of the ICO, until the white papers is there, guys, okay? Because I am very, very conscious that I want you to be able to see what it is that you'll buy. And with that, I'm going to go across to Nabil, who's going to talk a little bit about the actual technicalities, okay? And then we'll come back, okay? But for us, exciting times.
Can you hear me right? Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're a little bit screen, so you'll have to forgive his screen, guys. I think that's a connection. Could well be my side, but I can hear you, Nabil's character.
Maybe it's my side. I'm in Africa. So I'm really happy to be here, guys, and you guys in the chat, you're rock stars, and I'm really glad to be here again, talking about those amazing stuff that we're creating. We're actually at the end of it, so don't worry, we're not gonna keep bringing new stuff every single day. We're at the end of it. This is like the last break in our business model, because maybe we're gonna add something in the future, but right now we are self-sufficient and we're not gonna need anything else, and it's gonna be a huge empire. Now, the thing is that we started this thing as a share in a farm. We have already a decent farm that we know that it's going to go up with the sales that are going exponentially increasing in the Powerhouse mining. But we thought about like putting shares, just like the traditional way, so that people can have a part in this mining farm, and they're going to be making dividends payments based on the profits. But then we thought about like how today and the future is going to be, and we can like for sure say that everything will be in the blockchain. I mean, we are just going to be doing business in the blockchain because this is how companies are going to be doing it in the future. And basically, it's gonna pay dividends, but it's gonna pay a lot. It's not only gonna pay a small part of it or something. And when you're gonna read the white paper and understand all the details, you're gonna be amazed. We are creating something for the people because we know that in this blockchain, the spirit of the blockchain is that you want to empower people, because if like those were the problems with the traditional way of doing business. And what's powerful here is that let's just start from the beginning. It's just a share of a company, but it's going to be a limited supply, and even us, nobody can change that supply. It's going to be only 23 million tokens that will ever exist. And this is not the case in normal traditional business, because in traditional business, a company can just add outstanding shares whenever they want, and you don't really hold a percentage of the company. You're only holding shares, and the management team can do whatever they want. But in our case, it's going to be limited supply. So if you hold a coin, it's a percentage of the profit that we're making as a farm. So this farm, we could have two farms, the farm that we have right now with the mining in the company and another farm. But at the end, we thought about putting this farm as the center of everything. And the cloud mining contracts will be sold from this farm to the Powerhouse Network as in break-even prices. So basically, you're going to be the farm will be making profits, and from the sales in the company, and those profits are going to be distributed as dividends to people. Now, this farm is going to have 4 ways of making profits, so that the farm can keep increasing and giving more dividends to holders. And it's gonna be doing retail sales and wholesale sales, and it's gonna be doing cryptocurrency mining, of course. And it's gonna be buying every month. It's gonna be buying a percentage that you're gonna see in the. It's gonna be 20%. Okay, let's not do a lot of suspense. 20% of the net profit are going to be buying more tokens, so that the farm can buy more equipment and keep increasing, because we know that the price of this token is going to go up. And at the beginning, it's going to start at a price. Let's not use numbers. Let's just say a price fixed. And the dividends will be good. People will make a good percentage per month. The dividends will be paid every month. And because the price will go up, because there's going to be a lot of demand and the holders are not really motivated to sell the coin, it's going to start increasing. So for this reason, we need this retained revenue so that we can buy a little 20% every month. It's gonna be buying new equipment or just buying coins, buying the token and profiting from the dividends, and then the farm can use those tokens to buy more. So it's yep.
Nabil, if you're happy, I just want to go ahead. I just want to explain a little bit of a roadmap for us, okay? So what the basic fundamental, the idea, we're going to be starting off with a pre-ICO, but we're going to start off with a private, what we're going to call a private ICO, which is going to be an ICO which is just at a very discounted price for Powerhouse Network members. Okay, now if somebody from outside wants to get this coin, they do have to join Powerhouse Network. But that's not really our target audience, to be honest, guys. Our target audience for this is just you. Okay, it's for all of you who have supported us to be where we are today, because we've done incredible business over the last few months since really Powerhouse Mining or Powerhouse Network came into play, guys, and even before that. So it's really just to say a thank you to all of you who have supported us in getting this far. We want to give that back to you by letting you get in before anybody else. You can probably see how hard we've been working behind the scenes, because I think the Bills are probably going to fall asleep. Okay, but honestly, guys, from our perspective, it's just our way of saying thank you to you to get you in, because the price that you're going to be buying it at is the private pre-ICO. As soon as we go into a public pre-ICO, guys, okay, is when we're going to be the price is going to be going up in intervals based on time. Okay. Like we said, this is completely self-sustainable. Like what Nabil was saying, the profits that are coming in, guys, okay, the mining farm actually, even during the pre-ICO, the mining farm will be operational. It will be creating dividends. So those dividends are going to be paid out in tokens. We're not going to hit the point where we say we want to raise 10 million, we get 5 million, nobody wants to buy any more tokens, and what do? Okay, we've got something that is self-sustainably going to be building. We are guaranteed, it is literally just a matter of time. We have a guarantee to reach that actual top target, okay? That top target will change with time, because the longer that it goes on, the more the price is going to go up, because things are going to be happening. The business is going to be progressing, and therefore, essentially, that makes it worth more money. So as it's going through that stage, okay, like we said, the coins are going to be on sale within the actual back office too. The pre-ICO is just for you guys, okay? Then we're moving into a public pre-ICO. That's when the business end really is going to start. We're going to have website up, etc., just specifically for this. Now, I want you to understand something. This is a huge benefit to Powerhouse Network, okay? A huge, huge benefit to Powerhouse Network, because the Powerhouse Network will be a direct company, a direct customer of our mining farm, okay? Which means it's not only going to get a good rate, but it means that we're going to be able to improve the power that we're actually giving, the quantity of power for value for money that we're giving for Powerhouse Network, okay? At the same time, the mining farm is still going to be in a very profitable place. It means that we're doing business with ourselves, guys. We're not reliant upon anybody else, and that we are in control, okay? The responsibility is here, and that's the way that we want it to be, okay? When we have full control is when we know that we're on top of the world, guys, okay? So, also, there is going to be an affiliate side to this, guys, okay? Like Nabil said, there's 23 million coins in circulation, or that will be the total that will ever go into circulation. There's going to be an affiliate side to this as well, so that if you introduce people and they are buying tokens as well, then that sells. That's you helping us to reach our end goal, and you're going to get tokens based on that as well. That will be 10% affiliate bonus there too. So the actual technicalities, okay, it's going to be on the Ethereum blockchain. And Nabil, do you want to take this away? Do you want to go through the actual technicalities, maybe a little bit of information about what the Ethereum blockchain actually offers? And maybe we can talk a little bit about why we're doing something. In fact, no, sorry, I want to do something very quickly before that, guys. We're going to tell you very quickly, and I'm going to tell you very quickly. I started off this live by telling you that we were fed up with all of the stars in the sky, okay? And by saying that, I mean all of the ICOs, the 99% of them. The traditional ICO, which says that I'm Darren, I'm making Darren coin, I want to raise 300 million for my business, and I'm going to give you a coin that its only actual value is what it's traded for on the market. We don't want to do that, guys, okay? If we raise X amount of million, okay, we raise that because you've put into that, you've supported us to get us there, okay? And for that, you're going to be receiving an equal dividend based on, okay, what you've put in, guys. Okay, so it's pretty much like a business actually on the Ethereum blockchain. With that said, stars in the sky, we are calling it. Nabil, you can say it.
We're gonna call it Polaris.
Polaris, guys, which means the North Star, guys. Okay, it's the sign for it's the star that we follow for navigation. Okay. Why not Powerhouse coin? Two reasons really. First one, someone's already gone and done something called Powerhouse coin quite a while ago. It was a complete and utter dud that we don't want to follow in that mirror of. The second one is the long-term vision, of course, with any coin guide, okay, is that we will be bringing it into circulation, into more of a commonly used, okay. That's going to be considerably further down the line, of course, okay. We've got our business model that is our backbone. Okay, and then from there things can branch out, of course. We've got all of the technicalities, all of the experience that we really need to do anything, guys. Okay, so, but you ain't going to walk into a shop and buy a loaf of bread and the person ain't going to tell you that's 10 powerhouses, please, okay? It just doesn't ring right, okay? Polaris, it has a real meaning behind it for us, okay? At this time, with the Ethereum blockchain, anybody obviously can make coins. That's creating a lot of duds opportunities out there with it, a lot of coins that shouldn't really exist in a moral right anyway. And so therefore, we've decided it's going to be based after the North Star, which is going to be holding its light over all of the millions of other stars that are there and that are being created every second. Okay,
exactly.
so that's
they're gonna be millions of
That's
There are
the
gonna be
reason why.
tens of millions of tokens out there. That's for sure. I mean, in the beginning, when the ICOs just started, we were like so excited. You said earlier that you're not a fan of ICOs, and I'm not a fan of ICOs. I've been a fan of ICO in the first day when they first started, when I was like, oh, that's changing the world. But then I knew that anybody can create a token. Even when we were young, we were like exchanging stuff when we were at primary school and everything. And now they're going to be doing it in the block and create their own coins and start trading it. But anyways, I'm going to talk about the Ethereum, why we chose Ethereum. Well, it's simple. Ethereum is the best platform that you can get a token in it. With the new changes that they're doing, the roadmap of Vitalik Buterin, it's the best. And there are some amazing protocols that we can use to create it, but we're going to create an ERC20 token because it's the best in the market so far. So token is going to be a token. It's not going to be a protocol, so it's not going to compete with Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to be mining Bitcoin and Ethereum. We like it. Our token is going to be a business model in the blockchain, and this is how business will be done in the future. So in our cloud, you buy the mining contract, and then you get paid. And this one is going to be called a smart contract, and it's basically the same thing. We're creating a smart contract that's going to represent a share. And because it's a smart contract, it can begin trading in decentralized exchanges like Ether Delta right away. So maybe it's going to have a price that is bigger. It's going to start pumping in price because there's going to be demand on it. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about is there was a question about if we can mine. I think from Niraj, he said that if they can mine the token and in which exchange they're going to be. So the exchange, you can take the smart contract address and you can go to Ether Delta or similar decentralized exchanges that work on the Ethereum blockchain, and you can start trading it, selling it and buying it with willing buyers and sellers. We don't know about the other exchanges. People will use it, and the more it's used, the more it's going to be in the exchanges. As for mining, it's not going to be mined. It's going to be a limited supply, and it's going to start with that limited supply. It's going to be given in purchased through ICOs, and then it's going to be there. And this is huge because they're going to be zero inflation, and it's going to be really a representation of a share in the company, in the farm. So the more the farm gets bigger, the more your dividends are bigger, and this economically will drive demand a lot because it's profitable. Anything that's profitable will bring demand, and because it's going to bring demand, and because it's zero inflation, the price is expected to go up, especially because every month the farm is going to be paying dividends to token holders. So those dividends are going to be paid in the Polaris token. So they're going to be the company is going to be taking the Bitcoins and Ethereum and anything that mined. When we take off the maintenance fees, and then when we take off the retained earnings, and you're going to see all these details in the white paper. You don't need to. You're going to see it all, and you're going to be very amazed because we're basically doing to let people make money, because that's actually the spirit of the blockchain. We want to empower people and let them be more free financially. Anyways, it's not gonna be mined, so the supply is going to be zero inflation, and because the company is going to be buying that token every single month to buy dividends, there is organic demand in the business model. It's going to be a lot of demand, and the demand is what drives the price up. And when the supply is there is zero inflation, it means that there isn't an increase in the number of people who are willing to sell. And simple economics says when there are few people trying to sell, a lot of people trying to buy, the price will keep increasing. But it's going to be organically increasing. It's not going to be just, I'm not going to say names of tokens, some tokens out there who are actually moving up, but they're not really based on a real business model. But this one is proven, and we have actually a competitive advantage. We realized with time that the more we buy equipment, the more we get in this industry, the more we have a competitive advantage. We can get better prices, and we can optimize the profits by optimizing the electricity costs and solar panels, hydroelectric stuff, and everything. There are ways. So basically, we have a competitive advantage, and we have a proven business model that we've been using before in the Powerhouse Network, and now we're gonna open it to the public. And you, as Powerhouse Network members, you're going to be basically buying it at the lowest possible price, and you're going to be profiting from the fact that some people who maybe not going to even know our name, all they're going to know is that there is a token called Polaris that when you take it in your hands, you get paid a lot of dividends from real mining. And this is something that will succeed. Our goal is not really for the price to go up, but it's going to go up. It's not, we don't really control it. Right, token.
Niraj, the price for the private. I can hear myself. Okay, the price for the private, the price of the private ICO, the private free ICO, buddy, is going to be, it will be 20 cents per token. Okay, one token is in essence going to be a coin once it's gone onto the exchange, and they will be sold in batches of 100. Okay, so it will be $20 for $100. You can buy as many of them as you like, guys. Okay, it is going to be sold through the Powerhouse Network back office, the private ICO, because that way we can ensure, guys, it is for you. Okay, as soon as we go into the public pre-ICO, that price is going to be high, and it's going to go up quite a jump, and you're going to see that continuously jumping up. Okay, the sooner you're in, I think with any business really, the sooner you're in, the better. But the reason that the price is going to be going up is because the operation will actually be already in place. The retail, the wholesale side will be happening extremely quickly. The mining farm will actually already be up and running. Therefore, it becomes a running business model. It's already providing the dividends. Like I said, it doesn't matter, because those dividends are going to be buying tokens. With those tokens are then going to be split among all of the, or tokens or coins at this point, as we can call it, once it's on the exchange, are going to be giving out as dividends. Okay, as soon as we hit that end mark, okay, then that's it, guys. There's nothing else in circulation, okay, or there's no more to come into circulation, and the price will take its.
Just to clarify this dividends thing, you're not going to be obliged to take your coin and put it somewhere in order to get the dividends. It's going to be sent automatically to the address that holds the token. That's basically the idea, and it seems theoretically good. We're going to need to talk with our programmer rockstar Eldon, because he's going to put the points on the eyes. This is how we say it, les points sur les i in French. Anyway, if it says in English. Anyway, this token is fundamentally strong, and I didn't find any other token that's using the same principle. Some tokens are using the mining thing, the mining part. They're using because those tokens are basically business model. Because Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Monero, those ones are protocols. But a token that's big to a company is a business. And I've been looking around to see if there is actually a good token that pays dividends. There are some. There are some hedge funds, etc. But I didn't really see one that's used in mining and that's paying dividends. I didn't find it, so maybe we're going to be the first. Maybe there are, because there are actually thousands of them, and even a lot of them that are not even listed in CoinMarketCap. So, and I project that in the near future, in 2-3 years, we're going to have millions and tens of millions of tokens out there. And just because I'm a trader and I'm an investor, and I really focus on understand. I use the scientific method. Have a question, then use an approach or a theory, and then get the answer. And the question here is going to be if this ICO token, etc., if it's a good one, if it deserves to pay money in it. And the main important thing for a business token is to have a business model in place that's proven, that's going to be used. Because there are two things that make a token fail generally. One of them is, the first one is when the token creators are not really honest, and they're saying stuff that they're not going to do, or whatever. We can call them scammers. And they can be they have a good roadmap, but they didn't implement it yet. And there are some examples in the market that you see they had some hype in the beginning because the idea is great, but then they didn't implement it and the price starts going down. We're not going to have any of those problems because our model is proven and we're already doing it before, and now we're going to do it in a bigger scale with people that we don't know. Of course, the Powerhouse Network members are going to have the biggest advantage because basically you're going to be the first to get the best process to get them. But then normal everyday people will take them, because basically if you tell me that I can hold a token and then get paid, and the token has a bullish momentum because of the demand supply laws that can be easily explained, and I can go through in details in the white paper. And the white paper, I'm going to try to make it as straightforward as possible, and I want you guys to read it, because when you're going to understand this all, you're going to see that there is no way this thing can fail. And yeah, I don't know. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of ins and outs. I don't know what to say and what not. So maybe.
Guys, just to say, this all really began. I mean, it's always great to us, I suppose, explain where something like this always where it comes from. We were looking over some of the various different ICOs from a trading aspect, and I was learning with Nabil, and we looked at these ICOs, and I could see that its target is to raise, like I said, X amount of money to do this, and then you're going to get the coin. But I said to Nabil, boss, what is it that I'm actually purchasing with the majority of these? And when he explained to me that I was purchasing a virtual piece of fresh air that was going to be traded on the exchange, it kind of brought light to me the fact that actually having studied the Ethereum blockchain, with looking through Vitalik, seeing what the actual culture and the idea behind it was, we saw actually there's a huge gap here for us to do something absolutely incredible, for us to actually use it for the purpose that it's meant to be used for, and to do good business, and for everybody to walk away from it being a winner, except for if you sell just before it pumps. But then that's life. Okay, guys, yeah. But that's the main thing as well, is to explain to you, okay, the dividend side, the aspect of it. You ain't tied into anything. You can sell those coins on the exchange as soon as they're open on the exchange. You can sell them on the exchange whenever you want. Okay, so you ain't tied into it. You can hold it for as long as you want and receiving the dividends. You can sell it and buy it back, hopefully, if there's a small dip. So just to clarify that. Yes, Niraj, there's going to be a 10% affiliate bonus across all of it on all tokens sold. So if you sell, let's say that you invite someone, you affiliate somebody to it, and they take 1,000 tokens, you're going to get 100 tokens for yourself. That's already worked out in the total supply. Can you let us know what dividend could be expected if minimum 100 tokens purchased? To get an idea. No, not really. The reason that I say no, not really, is because mining is constantly changing. It's constantly altering, so you've got to take that into effect. Also, we're going to be taking into effect how long it goes on for, guys, okay? Because as the price hires up, Okay, we're taking in more money for the actual shares in essence, guys. Okay, which for the company is far better because it means that we're buying more and more equipment, which is going to be giving the people in the early stages the same return. Okay, so no, there are so many different factors, but what we can guarantee is that it is going to be giving a pretty healthy return. Okay, it's based off of
it's going to be a fixed, yeah. It's going to be a fixed percentage, but we can't give you a figure because the figures change. But basically, we're gonna take retained revenues, which is the money that we're gonna buy tokens with and hold them in the farm, so that the farm can buy more equipment. Because if in the beginning the token costs 20 cents and then it goes to $200, then the dividends paid on 20 cents are not going to be enough for $200. And this is why we needed a mechanism in which the farm will keep increasing and keep going up, so that even if the price goes up, the dividends will always go up. So that the company can benefit from the price going up, it's going to be buying every single month a certain percentage. It's a fixed percentage from the net profits. It's gonna buy tokens, which means it's gonna add demand on the market, and it's gonna hold it, which is good. And when it's gonna deploy it, it's gonna deploy it to buy more mining equipment and solar panels and whatever we need. And
that's the main aspect.
The number is, it's gonna be, yeah.
Sorry, guys, I just wanted to say something because I, as a viewer, listening to what the Bill just said there as well, guys. Okay, he said a fixed percentage, guys. Okay, this is a big problem within the ICO world and in the world in general. Okay, within our world. So fixed. What he means by fixed percentage is that us as a company are going to have a fixed percentage of the turnover that's going to be split amongst as dividends, a certain amount for reinvestment in the company, so that we can keep up with the rate that the coin is going to be growing naturally as well. Okay. Not a fixed percentage that we're going to be paying a fixed percentage at all times. Okay, it will be paying because, like what we said. Okay, it's going to be growing. It's going to be growing. Now we've actually been testing on the retail side of this as well, guys. Okay, and I can tell you here in the UK there is such a demand for mining equipment. We're going to have an e-commerce website, which obviously we can do very, very easily. Eldon could do that in his sleep. Okay, that's going to be out. I'll be marketing that as well. And guys, I can tell you the demand here in the UK is absolutely crazy. I can tell you that it's not hard to sell. It's not hard to make 10 grand profit in a day. Okay, if you've got the goods. Okay, and that's the thing. We're going to be in the position where we've got that. We are going to be a very, very strong supplier here in the UK for the retail and wholesale aspect, and also in the US as well. Okay, and the profits from that again will be used, and it's going to be reinvested, buying more, strengthening. We have more. Okay, can you hear me now? Nabil, can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Say hello if you can hear me. Hello. Yeah, okay, cool. I got those people. Yes, I hear you. Okay, so it's Nabil. Okay, Nabil, yeah, come off and come back on, buddy. That's it. So yeah, it's going to be strengthening. It's going to be building. It's going to be building. Honestly, on an absolute, honest, top of the line thing, what is our goal? Our goal is to become one of the biggest Bitcoin mining pools and altcoin mining pools, one of the biggest mining pools throughout the world. Okay, that is our overall goal. It's going to take time for us to build to be able to have that much of a significant, to be that huge, guys, because that is absolutely huge. But that's our target, and we believe that that's achievable through doing it like this with good business. Okay, through doing it with this where we are actually giving people a reason to be with us, guys. Okay, and not just by creating another piece of fresh air to be promoted across, to be promoted and to be exchanged across the exchange. Okay, we got a good way to get there. I don't know, Nabil. People are saying that they can. Okay. So, guys, on that note, I'm gonna actually wrap this up. Okay, because we are having a few little connection issues. If you can hear me, then that's fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to say time now to get excited. Okay, remember, guys, it is to be promoted as Polaris as well. Okay, it is the Polaris coin. It's going to be a separate entity, Powerhouse Network. Okay, the actual mining farm will be. Of course, the coin will not be an entity. It's decentralized. Okay, and yeah, so the Polaris is to be a separate entity to Powerhouse Network, okay, for legal reasons as well, okay. But they are going to be heavily connected in the sense of, obviously, we're behind it, in the sense that it's going to give Powerhouse Network a real big boost up to be able to be more competitive against our competitors. Okay, and possibly even beat our competitors is our target, of course. That's always our target. And on top of that, it's going to give us the structure and the stability to be able to provide all of the mining power that the Powerhouse Network could ever want to buy. Okay, and on top of that, of course, there's actually the mining operations, the coin itself, retail, the wholesale, and everything else that's going to come with it. It's exciting times for us.
And guys, you should get excited for the trading trip because it's going to be a huge success. We have something on here.
Yeah, guys. Sorry, I wanted to touch on that actually very quickly before we do. Do not think that this is holding us back on the thing. We have additional programmers that are that are doing the work in the background now for the trading tree. That are doing the work in the background for the trading training as well. Okay, all of that is working. All of that is coming into play. We are hoping to start doing our tests on that in the background next week. Depending on how that goes, then we'll be able to set a specific launch date for that. But the coin, guys, also the token. Okay, the token sale, the private pre-ICO token sale is going to be live by Friday in Powerhouse Network. Okay, you will be able to purchase it. You can fund your balances. You can use the same balance. You can fund your balance now if you want to get ready. You can use some of your mining money. You can use whatever you want, guys. Okay, it's coming. To get ready because Powerhouse Network is literally going to the sky. Okay, okay, guys. So with that, Polaris is gonna be shining bright. And yeah, guys, we're extremely excited, and
we have mining, we have the trading, and we have the affiliate products. We have the engine ready. We're gonna put it, and we're gonna start our journey, which is already started, but it's never gonna end. I don't think there's gonna be a time where when the foundations are strong, there's nothing to worry about.
Guys, that's what we've been doing, okay? We've been building the foundations. We've been looking at this for a little while now, and we've been building the foundations. We've been looking at how we can do this, okay? Looking at how we can actually make this work, not just pop it up and hope for the best. We've been creating the business plan, looking at it, talking to each other. Each of us look at something and see different problems, okay? Each of us look at something and think, that ain't going to work. This ain't going to work. See different issues in different places. And guys, that is so fantastic with us because we're looking at it from a marketing aspect. We're looking at it from a technical crypto aspect. Olden looking at it from the technical aspect, guys. Okay, so with that, we're able to look at these problems before they even happen. Okay, we know that this is going to be a problem. What are we going to do to resolve it? Well, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Okay, what if the inflation happens? Well, we're not going to have inflation because we're going to start off with the old coin thing. Why do people want to hold the coin? Because you're going to get paid for holding the coin, guys. Okay, you can't be more clear than that. Why buy the coin? okay, because you're buying it in an ICO price, which is going to be worth considerably more further along the line, especially because this is completely new, revolutionary kind of idea and concept. The different parts of it have been done, but never all together. We put all of the cogs together to create a full model. So, and like always, we're here to support you. If you need us, just shout for us, okay? I can see lots of positive questions, lots of positive comments below as well, guys, okay? So thank you for that, as always. We are like one big family here, and I absolutely love the community, okay, and the community spirit that we have. And yeah, just keep it up, guys, okay? Positivity is always the best strength. Grace, trading is coming, yeah, but trading, like I said, we're going to be starting tests on the actual trading system next week, okay? Because of the trading tree as well, I think we've learned from our mistakes in the past that not to rush matrix, guys, okay, and to test again, okay? So we will be doing that. The trading tree, we're hoping to be coming out soon. But what we can say is that we're not going to be doing any development work over Christmas, okay? So everything is going to be definitely in place well prior to that, okay, guys? So with that in mind, everybody have a fantastic day. Thank you for coming along. Let us know. Hope that you enjoyed it. Hope that I hope that you're 10% as excited as what we are, guys, okay? And yeah, let's onwards and upwards, guys, okay? Onwards and upwards to the moon. So that's it for me. Nabil, you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, man. Guys, you rock. You are the foundation of everything, and it's fantastic to be in such an environment. So we rock. That's as simple as that. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling.
Okay, guys. So thank you, and we will speak to you all very soon. Okay, bye for now.